Should Canada invest in a new official residence for the Prime Minister?
You know, there's a lot of history to the present residence, and if it can be salvaged and renewed, I think that would be wonderful. It's kind of an iconic residence and symbolic of a lot of good things in Canada, so I would be in favor of refurbishing it if that's a possibility.
Immediately. I think if elections get called today, Pierre Poilievre will easily win. Yeah, that's what I think.
That's a hard question. I really don't know. I mean, it's been ignored and neglected for such a long time. It'd be nice to be able to keep it for its historic value, but it's going to cost a lot to renovate it. It might be more efficient to simply start again.
Yes, I think they should. This is the Prime Minister's office. I would say the office has not been held by quality people for some time, but it's still important to have a new official residence. And even if it costs $100 million, it's a rounding error for Ottawa.
Yes, of some sort or another. I think that's another disgrace. I have a long list of disgraces of what's going on here. Yes, I think that's only fitting. Does any other head of state have to live with a bunch of cockroaches and whatever is in there? No. It's this business of always appearing to save money, and then things fall apart. Yes, she needs some kind of residence, a proper residence. And it's up to somebody else to worry about what to do about it. But really, it's just ridiculous.
I don't know how bad of a state it is, and they talk about it all the time. I mean, it's been there for your renovations aren't cheap. I know, I've done them. But I mean, if the house is in bad shape, maybe. But I mean, that's up to someone else. That's not up to the Prime Minister to decide. I think it's up to someone who can actually give a fair opinion. And not a consulting firm like he always likes to go to, because that'll just cost us billions of dollars for nothing.
No, absolutely not. No. We can't be going around throwing money in that direction when we could be using it in other places where people really need it. That's just cosmetic. We all live with that. I wish I could do all the repairs in my house every 5 years, but we can't. So that's a big no for me.
To me, it would be just the finances of it. If you can build something suitable rather than spending all the money on trying to restore a building that's not restorable, that would be the way to go. Just a kind of a pragmatic approach to it.
I don't think it's necessary for Canada to invest in a new residence for the new Prime Minister. I think that I don't know what situation he's in personally, but I am sure that he can pay for his own residence. There's no reason why taxpayer money should go towards that, and I'm fairly certain that's where it would be coming from. So definitely no on my end. Yeah.
Official residence, like for him to live, for the Prime Minister of Canada to live, having the government invest in that? No, I don't think that's money we need to be spending that way.
No. I feel like they already have a lot of things they're investing in, especially like useless stuff like that. I don't know if it's useless. I think maybe it is. There's more stuff that we can probably invest in, like the city or just Canada in general, or like about the homeless people on the street and everything. They could build a shelter for them instead.
I think definitely down the road. I think right now there's a lot of other things that need our attention right now in our world, but I think it's a historic monument that has been used by many prime ministers in the past. So I think if it's in talks in consideration of getting remodeled and refurnished and everything, I think maybe that's something that we should consider, but not as a primary. It's not a priority right now.
That's a tough question. I work in the environment, so I tend to want to repair what we have as opposed to tearing it down and creating new space. I know there are a lot of problems in the current residence, but I think historically I'd like to see that invested in rather than actually building something new that isn't in keeping with the historical tradition.
A lot of money, though.
It is a lot of money. But, the leader of the country's got to have somewhere to live that is, I think, in keeping with the trappings of office.
No.
Why?
They should fix the old one up.
Why do you say that?
It's a heritage building. It's been there for 75, 80 years. They have to fix that one. And that is 24 Sussex. It's prime property.
No.
Why?
Because they are millionaires and they can rent whatever they is. They have to invest in the homeless people instead.
I would say yes, considering that the current one has sat unused for how many years and needs how many millions of dollars worth of renovations. So yes. I mean, I would like to see it kept as a heritage building because it is important, but if no one's going to live there, then it's not really serving its purpose.